My friends, it has been a long one, very long time since the last release. Now, this bottle of goodness in my hand right here has been a labor of love. You would have seen this back in the day and then back again on our matte painted GLC 63S, and that's when we really started the development. Now, without further ado, after many years and a few extra grey hairs for Nick, I'm proud, as always. I'm always proud with all the product launches, but on this one, we have completed the full decontamination line with our, this is very important, with our tar and residue, not tar and glue, tar and residue. Now I'm going to, again, I've got a bit of a donor car. This has been absolutely battered. So, white, tar, no brainer. I'm going to talk to you why exactly tar and residue and not tar and glue. But for now, I'm going to give you a quick rundown. This is an organic and an inorganic remover of bonder contaminants on the paint. It can of course remove glue, that's nice and easy. But the main trick of this product and its main superpower is the fact that we don't use, now hold this, right? All these people who are watching, the brand owners, are going to be turning in their grave. We don't use two of the main ingredients, and they're actually the cheapest two, so we've actually shot ourselves in the foot. But xylene and white spirits, 99.999% of, let's call it tar removers just to keep it easy, are using white spirits and xylene. Now, they are very aggressive compounds. They're very cheap, but still very aggressive. You do not want to be giving your paintwork a chemical bath just to say you've removed some tar. So we've completely eliminated those two, and we've used a very, very neat blend of other carrying agents and solvents. I'm going to say wetting agents in a second, but that's, you know, that's another party piece in this to completely turn the formula on its head and restart. That's why it's took us like 3-4 years to actually get to this level. Now, just to give you an example, white spirits and xylene, can you see this building behind me? The people who have been here will know the true size of this building. But white spirits and xylene is made in buildings, you know, big vats, probably 3 times the size of this building, hence why it's so cheap. It's used in many different industries, and of course the car care industry said, I'll have a little bit of that. Whereas our raw materials are probably made in a couple of 100-litre batches, the actual raw itself. So as you can imagine, manpower, raw per litre kind of cost, and obviously the segmentation into all the different industries that they go into, the cost per litre goes absolutely through the roof. However, this is where this gets really nice. It's very safe. You've seen the video or videos of the GLC 63 matte paint, very, very soft paint, very delicate paint, no problem. Trim, painted, unpainted, completely safe. You can use it on glass, of course, paint, wheels, the usual kind of surfaces, but the main trick is unpainted trims. No problem. Now, again, if you don't know tar removers, I'm going to be filming hundreds of videos with this, but there's been a launch video. I'm going to try and kind of fly through it as quick as I can. You can do it one of two ways. You could do it a touchless way, so you could literally spray it, watch it react. If it's just light kind of contamination, very thoroughly rinse off. I would advise, again, a rewash of the car if you can. And there's your kind of residue gone. If you've got big blobs like this BMW sign, boom, like this, and it needs a bit of agitation, which is the method I'm going to show you now, is you spray it on. You can even pre-treat it out to give it some real aggressiveness, and you can continue wiping over the paint. That actually gives you that extra little bit of bite. And like I said, the wetting agents in this, again, not done before because solvents don't like wetting agents and vice versa. When you spray this on the panel, this doesn't begin to kind of beat up and run away or even slowly sheet away. This will be on the panel for as long as you need it to be. Granted, the outside environment, even in the shade, isn't like 75 degrees, because of course every chemical will eventually start to kind of dry up. But when we're talking now 21 degrees, obviously overcast, it'll be on a panel for as long as you want. And what does that mean for you? It means the big blob of tar right here is just constantly getting attacked and attacked up until you rinse it or you wipe it away. So full decon line here we come. Decontamination packages incoming very, very shortly as well. But white car, donut car, it was a mess, right? Had to wash it. It's flat as a pancake and it's got scuffs, chips everywhere, okay? So I've had a mini heart attack. Now, let's bring you in a little bit closer. Let's put the tar to use and see what we can whip off this paint. Maybe I should do what everybody else does and say how to use this product, 32 seconds, give you no information, and then just go home. But I'm not like that. So fresh, brand new bottle, pre-prime the trigger. Right. In this case, if you are doing a dedicated kind of yearly decon or you're a pro detailer, then obviously you're not going to be here with a microscope and saying, right, where is the tar, where isn't the tar? You will want to saturate the whole area and then start to kind of let the product do the business. But basically, as I'm doing this, I'm seeing an instant reaction in the usual places. This will be on the panel, beginning to chemically break down, and you'll see the traditional, you know, like with iron removers, you will see that purple bleed. With this, you will see a dark browny kind of gunky bleed. That designates that the solvent is starting to actually chemically loosen and bleed away the tar remover. Now, with a premium formulation like this, I'm going to use a word that you will never get something like a false positive, especially on a white car. You spray this on, I'm going to really bring you in now, and you're going to see the tar being dissolved. If there is no tar, it's not going to do anything, of course. This is specifically for tar. Now, I've been speaking to a lot of people through emails in the last couple of years, and I've always said this as well, that there are some times, this is where the inorganic residue remover comes into it. You could spray, imagine, on a perfectly kind of maintained car, there is no tar. That doesn't mean that you've got no kind of other contaminants on the panel. I'm not talking about iron here, other contaminants. So you could have a thin layer of almost kind of a certain type of overspray. You could even have tree sap that has gone into millions of dots, and like now it's a bit breezy, it could have just literally spread all the way across the car, and you don't know. You might even touch the car and go, it doesn't feel kind of contaminated. But seriously, during the decon process, especially on a white car, you're not going to see it. So I'm going to bring you in, just for reference point, you're going to use a paint spec towel on obviously paint. Now I've took a lighter color towel just to show you exactly how you would preload the towel. I'm going to preload it now with a few sprays, and I'm going to just gently come in, wipe over it, and the whole tar will be gone. So as you could see, you've got smaller pieces of tar, you've got bigger pieces of tar starting to bleed. There's something else here that's, you know, multiple pieces of tar, and as you come down, you will see. So in this respect, I have got a preloaded towel, and we're going to go and rub. Nice and gentle. If you need to put a little bit behind it, and voila, tar is gone. Look at that. And then, you know, especially on this part like you saw earlier, you take it here and look at that. One quick swipe. It's very, very effective. But as you would with the whole car, what I would recommend you do this. You come up and you start to wipe everything away. Look at that. Ready to go. Now, during the development process, back on the GLC, I said, listen, this cannot just be a tar remover. So let's inbuild, you know, an inorganic and an organic residue remover, done. But I said, no, still not happy. Now, you've seen me do this trick every so often, you know, probably once every 3 months, or if you've got brand new tires, you would have seen me do this every time we do a new tire prep. Now, I'm not calling it officially a 3-in-1 product, so before anybody quotes me on that, I'm just telling you, this has got a third trick up its sleeve. Now, because you know we don't use the 2 main raw materials, which as soon as they hit rubber, it bleaches everything out. And eventually, after probably 1, maybe even 2 hits, you will see eventually that the tire's like really chalky and like really dry, because you've killed it. White spirits and xylene are just the worst things invented by man. If you are a company that uses it, shame on you, okay? Now with this, the blend of raws that we do use is actually completely safe also on rubbers, and we use this as a decon. So this has had 2 hits with undress. That secondary hit, which was pure white foam. Now the rubber's really, really beautiful right now, but again, not my car, so I thought I'm going to actually degrease it and decon it even further. So with this, I'm going to first pre-treat the tire like that, let it start doing its business. Now, it's not evaporating at all. Look, it's just eating and eating into it. Now, you could, if you wish, because you're at that stage, you've got a tire brush and agitate it. But in this case, I'm going to, again, fresh, clean towel. I'm going to do an even preload. Now watch the magic happen, right? All you're going to do, oh, you're going to love this one. Woo! Now, you're going to wipe it round as if you are doing a tire dressing application. All right? But imagine you're not doing any dressing, you're doing a tar and residue treatment. Now, right, before I show you this, what I have done, sometimes there's certain things embedded, like there is in the paint, in the rubber, because it's very porous, that no chemical in a certain category will ever get off, right? Bleach even. You ain't touching it. So you need something a little bit more dedicated and something that will penetrate more. So what I've just done, again, you can't feel it, but can you hear it? It's very draggy. It's, you know, that squeaky clean kind of feeling, right? So what I've just done, this guy may have gone to some car washes, used his own tire dressing. Eventually, it goes to a point where you can't remove stuff. I've just removed it. Now watch this. Oh my goodness. That has just come from a tire, just for reference. This came from a clean tire, and this is the clean cloth. Wow. And now, my friends, is our full innovation into our decontamination line, which is now fully completed. Thank God, after 4 and a bit years, I'm finally happy of where we are. Now, our main innovation is how safe this product is. I've said this 100,000 times. I'm going to say it one more time for you. It is extremely easy to make a product that's going to make your teeth fall out, that is going to melt your paint, that is going to stain all of your trims, basically the cheap, nasty chemicals, okay? And it's just as easy to do it on a tar-based product or tar removal-based product. Of course it is. I've just given you 2 of the main raw materials. It will literally kill the concrete, the paint, everything. Now, for how safe this product is, and as you've seen, as to how cross-platformable the product is, and how aggressive it is on the instant reaction time, and how much it wets the actual surface for it not to dry up, literally, it's a 19-in-1 product, this. I'm actually in love. So, if you would like to test it out and see why a product can make a towel go from clean to something like this in about 3 wipes, it is now officially live on the website. It is now officially live in North America through the Clean Garage. It is officially live in Europe through our European distributor Clean Your Ride, and also in Denmark through Autoglow. If you're in a foreign country, especially Europe, 2 people contribute to. North America, Josh is going to have you back. In the UK, again, guys, we've got you in store, online, however you like. I really hope you enjoy this product and appreciate what it can do towards your paint finish. Again, you are getting that extra 20% now, extra, to get closer to 100%. And eventually, when you do all the steps correctly, the decon, the washing, the polishing, all that type of stuff, all combined together into one beautifully gorgeous package, your paint's gonna look absolutely amazing. So I hope you enjoy it. Let me know how you get on, and I love you all, and I'll catch you all as always on to the next one.